Hey guys, Crewman here. Please excuse my voice. I'm still getting over my cold or whatever I have that just won't seem to go away. But I wanted to get this out. I didn't really want to wait any longer. Because with all of the GPU leaks and rumors appearing and the holiday season quickly approaching, as you guys know, once it gets to Halloween, Christmas decorations start coming out. Many of you may have been asking yourselves that age-old question. Should I buy a GPU now or should I wait till the next generation or the next refresh GPU's release? Well, the aim of this video is to try to sort through all of the rumors out there to guess, because this is only going to be a guess, the next generation GPU release schedule. So first off, I want to credit all the following sources who were huge influences in this video, and without them, this would not have been possible. First is Red Gaming Tech. You really should follow him, a well-established YouTuber who has sources in the industry and has very, very good content. I highly recommend following him. Every one of his videos is a must-watch for me. Then I need to recommend the following X sources or Twitter: Kopatite7Kimmy, an age-old, well-established leaker. Then we've got Hong Xing 2020, who is a recent leaker, I guess, but he's been established by other credible sources to be credible, so I'd follow him. And Megasizedgpu, who also has been established as a credible leaker and has broken a lot of this information I'll be reporting on as well. Also, shout out to videocards.com as well as WCCF Tech, who do the following schedule I put together. Now remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, as I am not a leaker, so all of this information I put together is secondhand from other sources that I already stated. So let's dive into this. Basically, if you are in position to buy a new GPU, build a new PC, upgrade an old one, what should you do? Should you do it now or should you wait? Well, let me go over this schedule with what I'm guesstimating and give you my opinion, and then you can decide for yourself. So let's start off with next year Q1 rumors. Rumors suggest that there will be a big GPU announcement at CES. Maybe a 4080 Super, a 4070 Ti, a 4070 Super. I suspect from what I've seen and read that we should hear some kind of announcement of the GPUs releasing, or at least a roadmap at CES, and I will be there, so hopefully I will be able to attend the keynote and give you direct coverage myself there. What will the price of these GPUs be? Can we finally see a sub $1,000 RTX 4080? You know, I think it really depends if these GPUs push the prices down lower or they just stop making the current models like they did with the Turing series. So I guess we'll have to find out on that one. Basically what this means is if you're in the market for a 4090, you're probably fine to buy it now. But if you don't want to drop $1,600 on a GPU, and I can't blame you, and you're looking to get the best bang for your buck from the NVIDIA side, you might want to wait a few months just to see what kind of announcements come at CES, which is the first week of January. It starts on the 6th, I think. So you really don't have too long to wait. Next, we have the 4090 Ti. According to Red Gaming Tech, it looks like it's just a Halo card, which is basically just for wackos like me who want the best thing on the market, will pay the money for it, will somehow find a way to justify it and make it work, and I'm sure it will cost more than $1,600, considering that the 4090 is the hottest selling GPU on the market right now, and actually the price is going up right now. If you take a look at the spot market, which is kind of crazy, you can go ahead and read this article from Tom's Hardware, which I'll link down below. But without getting into specifics, if it uses the entire die, we could see maybe like a 15 to 20% performance jump. And if I were to guess on the price, I would be betting at least $1,800, maybe even $2,000. I mean, they did it with the 4090 Ti and people bought it, or the 3090 Ti and people bought it. So I don't know. I mean, the big difference between the 4090 Ti and the 3090 Ti is we are over a year away from the next generation, whereas the 4090 Ti was like 5 months before the next generation. So that might be taken into consideration with their price as well. Who knows? But it's predicted to be a Halo product. So if you want the best of the best, maybe you consider waiting for that, or maybe you just stick with the 4090. But again, if you were never planning on buying either one of these cards, you can just skip this one. Next, on the AMD side, RDNA 4, as reported by Red Gaming Tech and other outlets, AMD basically pushed its next generation flagships back to RDNA 5. So it looks like you will just see mid-range refreshes. Think maybe like an 8800 or an 8600 up to maybe like an 8800 to an 8800 XT is the max, assuming AMD keeps up their naming. The 7900 XTX and the 7900 XT will still be the Halo products in the RDNA lineup. So if you're looking for a mid-range GPU right now and prefer AMD, honestly, I think you would be just fine snagging a 6800 or a 6800 XT, especially if you can find a good deal on the used market. Even if we end up with a 15 to 20% performance uplift in the 8800 XT over the 6800 XT and the 7800 XT because they're basically the same GPU, who knows if what the prices will be like and if it will be even worth it. If this current mid-range AMD generation is anything to go off of, I'm sure it will be disappointing, and I'm sure you won't be missing out on much. Finally, in 2024, we have the long-rumored Battle Mage. Thanks again to Red Gaming Tech for releasing their schedule. Rumors suggest 4080-like performance, although they apparently have been struggling in their yields, but we'll see. So if you want to support Team Blue, I plan on buying one of these. Personally, as the best thing that could happen would be a 3-horse race over 2. Then maybe you want to skip everything else and wait until, about this time next year and get Battle Mage. We'll see what their pricing is like. We have a lot of time to go, but that is the thing I am the most excited about personally in 2024. Now, 2025 is where things get very exciting. It looks like Blackwell will be releasing somewhere between quarters 2 and 3, at least on the consumer side. I've heard that the server side will release in 2024, but at this point, who knows? But will NVIDIA drop their best GPU at launch, or will they wait for the RDNA 5 drop? Could we have something similar to Ampere, where the 80 releases first, and then NVIDIA just kind of waits to watch our AMD release the top-end RDNA 5, and then ruin their thunder with the 5090 release? AMD is rumored to be focusing all of their high-end development on RDNA 5, so we will have a battle of titans. And finally, we have RDNA 5. As I already said, AMD has already pushed back all of their development to their next-gen GPUs for the end of quarter 4, 2025. Now, RDNA 5, from what I've heard, is going to be a beast. It seems like AMD will launch a full generation this time, a full stack. The initial, performance gains of, think the RX 9900 XTX sound like they're going to be amazing. Will AMD compete with the 5090, or will they just punt down to the 40 or 5080 like they did in this current generation? I don't know, but rumors suggest that they may be taking a crack at competing with the top-end Blackwell. So we will see. Either way, I think it's really, really, really important that AMD competes with the top end of the stack, because I don't want AMD or NVIDIA to release a cut-down version of the 5090 because they feel like they don't have to compete with AMD. I can say 2025 is going to be a really exciting year for GPUs. So if you have a 6000 series GPU or a 30 series that you bought, during the shortage, or you bought, right during the crypto crash, I would say it honestly might be worth skipping next year altogether and just waiting to see what 2025 brings. Worst case scenario, you can always buy a 40 series or Intel Battle Mage when they inevitably lower their prices in response to the Blackwell and RDNA 5 releases. So my final thoughts are that the next year or so is going to be mostly a bust in the GPU space as far as innovation goes. We might see lower prices, which would be sorely needed, because surely AMD and NVIDIA won't be as tone deaf this year as they were last year, right? Things really seem to pick up towards the end of next year, and I personally am really excited to see how Intel does and to see what we finally get with the true next generation from AMD and NVIDIA. So that's it for today's video. Remember, please like and subscribe, and everything in this video is subject to change, so please take this with a grain of salt. The day I'm recording this, October 23rd, literally rumors dropped updating the 4080 Super yesterday. And I was going to originally film this video on Friday, which would have already outdated the info. So again, take this all with a grain of salt, but know that all the leakers have a history of accuracy, so I think you could do much worse off if you were to base your next GPU purchase off this schedule. Thank you again. Crootman out.